Last time we left off, we had finished the foundation of the Coaxium Refinery. Let's see where Cole is at now, working on... Oh, I guess he started the walls already.
And last piece set... Oh. Hey guys, I kind of finished a big portion of the wall and kind of forgot to film it. Sorry. Got another wall though that I can show you. But yeah, sorry about that. I kind of got ahead of myself and I'm not going to take this apart. But here, let me show you what I did so far.
All right, so I kind of added a wall here and forgot to film it. No big deal. It was very basic stuff. We're just filling in the walls here. It's using 2x4 bricks. We're kind of stacking them like this. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. And we're just leaving 2 in between, you know, that way I'm not using up a ton of brick. And then every so often I'm adding these snot bricks in, spaced accordingly so that I can add plates onto here and it could be all one flush thing. And I could utilize plates instead of bricks to add detail later on. So yeah, that's basically that. So let me, let's go on over to this wall and I'll show you what I did.
So a lot of this stuff is just filler and it's not really fun to show you like the build process for it. So I just went ahead, took some liberty and did it ahead of time. So you guys can just watch me kind of add it in, you know. We have our third wall here with a doorway lining up with our main doorway, you know, that you're looking through now. So I'll show you guys the details and stuff like that, but for just general picture kind of things, same kind of concept. Instead, this is just this is going to be a load bearing wall, so it's like I want to make it a little thicker, a little more dense, you know, but still having the snot bricks on here, and then we'll connect it to that wall and we'll be good to go. Let's go to the other wall and I'll show you what I did there. So for this other wall, again, it's a load bearing wall, so made it a little thicker, less gaps and stuff like that. Definitely wanted to reinforce it, but again, just wanted to get all the boring stuff out of the way. It's a lot of just stacking bricks and stuff like that without any rhyme or reason, just trying to get it done. Now a lot of these bricks I got from a pretty big haul, which I can show you right now. Yeah, so making the most out of my trips when I'm out of town and stuff like that. But yeah, that was a couple weeks back, but now that I'm back home for a little bit, I can finally build a little bit more. But as you can see, nothing really special. Honestly, it kind of looks ugly, but all that colored brick and stuff like that, I know what you're thinking. It doesn't look good. So let's fix that. Let me show you what I'm gonna do next.
All right, so this here is going to be going on top of the, you know, 2x4 bricks, like the walls there. It's going to attach to the snot bricks that I have already in place, and it's just going to go vertically, and it's just like a really nice pattern, a little more depth and detail in there. As you can see, I have some of the yellow trans slopes pieces, or the cheese wedges, as well as some more sloping and some grills here and all that stuff. Your classic gray and dark gray color scheme, you know, just for a clone base. I'm probably gonna add a pop of color into there. Someone had mentioned that maybe replacing this with like yellow or red or something like that would look good. I'll give that a try in this video, and I'll let you guys decide in the comments down below whether you like the change or to keep it white. All right, so I replaced some of the white tiles with dark red and yellow. So here's them all 3 lined up, and then here, let's see, let's just do the yellow, let's try and just do the red, and then let's just do the white. And let me know in the comments which one you like more. I'm gonna leave this for the rest of the video, so we can kind of see it as I'm moving around and stuff like that. But yeah, let me know what you think. I kind of like the dark red, but also I really like the white one because I have it all kind of like taken care of, but also because I don't have a lot of dark red or yellow, but I have a bunch of white. So that was kind of like my main reason in the first place to keep it white. But maybe I can add dark red and yellow in different places. But yeah. All right, and some cool things that I'm doing on the sidelines here is I'm making kind of a board of parts that I want to get more of, that I'll be able to utilize more of. I have dark red because I want to try the dark red on the bridge. I don't have a lot of those, so I'll have to order those, but I am reading your comments, and someone suggested maybe a different color bridge, which I really like, because then it doesn't blend in with the blue too much of the water. So I'm thinking dark red would look really cool. Maybe it'd go good with like the red accents there. I don't know. This is all, you know, kind of a work in progress, so nothing's finalized until the finale. So leave your comments down there below. I read every single one of them.
All right, enough babbling. Let's get some of these like panels on this wall here. Let's see. Yeah, so I got a bunch here that we'll put on, and I'm just gonna talk to you guys as I kind of do this because there's a lot that I gotta go over. So you may notice that the style of this video is vastly different than my other styles. You know, I'm not narrating, I'm kind of just talking on camera, that kind of thing, and it's for good reason. I mean, I have been traveling a lot for work, so it's become very hard to film videos. So I kind of like on my little short spurts home, I gotta just build and record as much as I possibly can, and it gets really hard and tedious, and you know, it kind of sucks. But yeah, this might be a one-off time, but again, I travel so much. I think out of all the days this year, I've only been home for half of them, you know, so I gotta prioritize, you know, my career over, you know, obviously this, which stinks because this makes me happy. I'm gonna add the top part. This is going to be kind of like a walkway, and then there's going to be another door up here that connects to behind the bricks second level. But yeah, this is going to be the first level kind of entrance to his base and stuff like that. I got to add, you know, my bars and stuff here. I have those ready to go in my other bin right here. So I can just place those in, and then we can add the white strips going up. But yeah, this is looking pretty good. Got to add this stuff down here so we don't see the like, you know, hodgepodge of colors down here. So let me do that, and we'll get back to it. Let's see if I can do this transition pretty good. All right, 1, 2, 3. Wow, look at that, it's all done. I added the panels at the bottom here. I added a little panel up top here, and then you could see a little bit underneath. Not really that big of a deal, but like, since, you know, you guys are pretty low, if anyone were to duck, they would see all the like the yellow and the orange bricks and stuff like that. So I just wanted to kind of eliminate that from under here. But yeah, this wall is completely done, and it looks pretty good. Let's move to this wall right over here because I have something already pre-made. All right, so I got something pre-made here. You might be thinking, wow, Cole, this is really bland, really boring, not exciting at all. And I would agree with you 100%. But what we're going to do is we're going to add some tubes here. Let me see if I have one available. I do. So we're going to add something like this in between. We're going to have tubes coming up and stuff like that. So that's why it's so bland. It's like, I'm not going to put detail behind it because it's going to be covered by this. You know what I mean? So here, let me see if I can add this. It's probably going to be in the pain in the butt. Yeah, okay, this looks pretty good. Yeah, not bad. I like it. Obviously, we'll add into here, and then we'll add detail in here, and then I'm going to make like a little kind of thing here to make sure we don't see that divide at the bottom there.
All right, back from the Lego store, and we got quite the haul. I'll go over everything in detail in a minute here, but I finally got the rest of the D&D CMF figures. Love a good sale. So they will go in here for future use. Just if you want to see my packing job, I messed with that a little bit. That's just all 1x2 red trans pieces for that. So I'm going to be doing that. That's going to be fun. This is just a hodgepodge of a whole bunch of different things. Same with this. But I'm going to get them all out and laid out and organized, and that way you can see them. And then I'll tell you what each part is for. Okay, the organization is done. All right, let's see what we got. So a bunch of 2x4s, 2x6s, 1x6, 1x10s, just to fill up a box. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a big bricklink order of 2x4s. It'll save some money and also some time, but I wanted those so I could start building. I got these cool little pieces here. You know, definitely could use these. Some trans clear headlight bricks. Some circular trans yellow pieces here. Some, you know, white studs just to have some extras of. A bunch of 1x2 grill pieces. A bunch of these pieces, which I think would look really good as detail accent pieces for the front of the base. So I'm really excited to use these and see how they look. And then a bunch of these 1x2 tall, or 1x1x2, I guess, or something like that. These snot bricks, I use these all the time. They're awesome. Hence why I have a full cup after using them on all this stuff. Then I saw these. I thought these were pretty cool to add. Probably have some detail pieces somewhere in here. We'll figure it out. Saw they had more of these, so figured I'd grab some. And then of course all the 1x2 trans red pieces. This is a decent haul for sure. Definitely get that bridge taken care of. And then I have some structural stuff, some detail parts, and then some filler here with some extra stuff. Oh, and I got some 1x1 tan plates. I don't know, just to have. But yeah, cool. Let me get all this put away, and I kind of want to work on this right here. Okay, so I changed this up a little bit and made it red, which definitely makes it pop. You know what I mean? That looks pretty darn good. Yeah, I'm very happy with that. Now I think it's just time to finish the interior. Last time I left off, I had done that. We put that in. I have this almost made up. It's almost done. And then I do have the stuff for this side of the wall made up here. Oh, I'm at a low f-stop, so that's why it's so blurry everywhere. But yeah, so I will start to do that stuff, and we will check back when it's all done, and hopefully I'll have something really cool to show. All right, so done some more work here, and then if we come back here, we got the interior pretty much done. Looking good so far. Looking nice and clean. Got to finish some stuff up here. We got some more detailing to do, but I think the bones are there, and it looks good. And then next episode, hopefully I'll have more filler bricks so we can build up these walls and then finish off this first level. And then we can start the second level. Because over here I have started the second floor, so that'll be really great once that's all in. But whoop, just broke it. But yeah, so it is complete. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if there's anything I should change, add. All right, but with that, I'll catch you in the next one. Thanks guys, see ya.